So, literally the other week, I rejected working for an influencer that was willing to pay me up to $6,000 a month. And I wanted to talk to you guys and tell you exactly what's going on and what is the future of my own content. Because if you haven't known yet, if you don't know who I am, my name is Peter, and I am a full time video editor and videographer. But my story is very different because I didn't start off the more typical route. I was a dishwasher, I was a line cook, I went to university for the wrong major, quote unquote, which eventually made me go into the field that I am now. But the real story of how I got started and everything was that I didn't necessarily want to be a video editor. I necessarily didn't want to be a videographer, but I chose that path through a byproduct of my own obsession with YouTube and YouTube content. You see, around 2003, 2004, that's when the first thing called YouTube came out. And it was this new platform where everyone was sharing random videos and talking about their day to day lives. And as a kid growing up, I didn't have much friends. And I watched other people talk about things that I never thought that they would talk about. Things like being awkward, things like being shy, things like trying to, talk to a girl for the first time. And soon after that, I had this passion and desire to create YouTube content. I picked up my really shitty Samsung phone that filmed in, I think, 720p, really bad clamp light, and that's how I got started in video and content creation. So, the TLDR is that I didn't start off as a videographer or video editor. I started off as an aspiring YouTuber. So, when it came to me getting my video experience, it was me editing my own YouTube videos. I was my own guinea pig, and me trying so hard to make this a full time job, to be a full time influencer. But even to this day, link in the description below, we can check out my main original OG channel, Broke the Habit at BTH Peter, is that I made video after video. I had no guidance. I was going with blind faith and blind luck that I really wanted to do something that I was really passionate about. And I made over 500 videos. That's how I learned YouTube. That's how I learned how to edit and constantly get better because it's easy to go on YouTube and look at everybody's millions of views, but I've come a long way and I have that entire process documented from my own mental thought process and my growth in terms of my mindset and how I edit and how I storytell now compared to how I was, let's say, 10 years ago. And somewhere along the lines, I strayed away from my own original aspirations of being a storyteller on YouTube. I took a full time job. That was my very first video editor, videographer job. Wasn't exactly what it turned out to be. And I got misled, mistreated. I'll talk about that in a future video, but I took a lot of life lessons. From there, I worked from agency to agency, freelance, then even now, you kind of go through a different journey of video editing and videography. But then I realized I was starting to burn myself out. And the thing with this online video content is that it never stops. It's how do you stay relevant? How do you keep pumping out content? And then you realize with all these influencers that have millions of subscribers, they have an entire damn team. I'm just me. And what I realized is that I wanted to tell my story because with everything that's going on with the past 2 years and me losing my own health, you get laid off from your job for whatever reason that is, and you realize, am I going in the right direction that I want to go? Or am I just trying to play the crowd? And because of that, no one sees the real me. And I'm trying to chase this thing that I'm not supposed to be chasing. You see, what the thing with YouTube and this channel was that it was supposed to be an experiment. Experiment that I can make a niche channel and talk about things that, other people could find helpful. But the main purpose and the main goal of all my video content is to be my most authentic self. And how do I help myself when I was 10 years ago when I had no experience? When, I didn't know how to learn to edit. I didn't know which ways to go. How do I position myself? How do I get my first client? But from there, I started to make videos where it was always talking about, more recently, is money. because one of my things is like I wanted to do YouTube full time so damn bad. But just because you want to do something really bad, you realize that, man, there's a fine line between your passion and what the world wants and what people actually want to see. And there's a lot of things where you get your head wrapped around things like vanity metrics. No one's watching my content. You feel bad. But now going forward is I need to take my own mental health break from making so much videos and to take a break from editing for clients and really readjusting, and where the next focus is going on is going to be my other channel. It does not mean that this channel is completely shutting down, but if you want to still follow along the journey and where I'm going with me and my content, link in the description below to check that out. But I will make content that I would find useful for you aspiring content marketers, video editors, and videographers. They just make up the word. And seeing in a world where online video content is so coming, it's really quick now. Everything is evolving, right? And I want to make content that actually drives value and people find entertaining, and not put out a video for the sake of just putting out a video, because that's what I'm used to doing. Because I made videos for agencies, for influencers, for so many people. But then the main goal of that was to just make content for me and use my skill and craft for my own satisfaction. And that's going to be the journey now, where it's like I'm going to be focusing on my own content for a bit and seeing how that goes and whether or not that sits right with me now. Where it's like when you've been editing for so long for other people, you use all your creative juice and you forget about, wait, what's the reason that I started this whole journey? And I got lost in the sauce. So that's where the future of this channel is going. I'm not going anywhere. I will be focusing on my other channel. But if you guys want to stay connected, and whether or not you want to see specific videos, link in the description below, leave a comment. And I hope this channel is able to help you on your content creation journey while I figure out and rediscover my own voice again. My name is Peter. I'm from Vancouver. I am a self-started content creator, video editor, videographer, visual storyteller. And I literally came from nothing, right? Which is why the slogan of this whole channel is, we all start with nothing, but you can always create something. Or we live in a world where you can just pick up your damn phone, pick up your camera, and talk to the world. Doesn't matter what number that is. You can talk to even one person if someone watches your video, right? That's the power of the internet now.